Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Pretenders or Contenders Coaches Show. I'm your host, Coach Devon Powell, head coach, Law High School football, assistant basketball coach, varsity basketball coach for your defending 4A Maryland State champions. We're back here for another week, man, and appreciate everybody for checking in today. We got a good show lined up today. A little bit later, we're going to be joined by Largo High School running back, Tymond Foxx, senior running back. Then we're going to go through our Maryland State playoff recap. We had a full weekend of games, quarterfinal matchups through all classifications. And we're going to go through that with my guy, Coach Drip, from over on the Montgomery County side. So a lot to talk about today, man. We're looking forward to a great show today. My guy Midnight Rider, my co-host, should be joining a little bit later. All right. And just want everybody just sit back, man, and enjoy today, man. Like I said, it's a great weekend of football. A lot of good games, a lot of close games. And it's just an exciting time of year, man. You know, as a coach, I wish my Spartans was in a position right now to be playing during this time, but we're not. So we're going to sit here and just going to look at some good football, man, and just keep grinding. Had a pretty busy weekend. I'm a little tired today, ain't going to lie. Me and my brother, Mike, one of my assistant coaches in the program, we're diehard Duke Blue Devil basketball fans, man. So we drove down to Durham last night to watch Duke take on Howard. Drove down yesterday, and right after the game, drove back home. So nice little game for us to catch. And I'm just a little tired today, man. But we're gonna make it work. We're gonna get through. It's an exciting time of the year, man. I know for PG County, we're finalizing our senior all-star team rosters. So that roster should be coming out soon. We had our vote last week in the Coaches Association for our all-county teams, first team, second team, Coach of the Year, Offensive Players of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year for 1A, 2A, and then we did the same thing for 3A, 4A. So we should be getting that list. Hopefully that list will be dropping tonight on our IG page. But I can announce now, we made the announcement the other day that our 1A, 2A Coach of the Year was Coach Charles Alston, the head football coach at Central High School. Coach Chuck was a guest of the show a couple of weeks ago, man. Great season this year for Coach Chuck and Central. They finished 6-3 during the regular season, and then won first-round playoff game. Got knocked out in the second round, but a great season for Coach Chuck and his program, man. And Chuck is one of those coaches, man, that's just been grinding over there at Central, man. He's been building every year. And, it paid off, man. It paid off this year, and they had a great season, man. So happy for my guy Chuck there. And then our 3A, 4A Coach of the Year was Oxon Hill's own Craig Jeffries. Coach Jeffries, man, been one of the coaches in this county for a while now, and he's been doing, wonderful things down there at Oxon Hill. And they finished 7-2 this year. Got into the playoffs, man, and we're gonna talk about it later. But they a heartbreaker on Saturday to Prairie Hall in overtime to end their season. But they had a great season as well. And everybody just say my co-host Midnight Rider just joined. Hey, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. I thought you were gonna be still down in Cameron, man.
Nah, man. We we left yesterday about 11 o'clock. It was a 4 o'clock game. We got down there, got in our seats. Well, we was in the student section. Our standing seats. We got down there right before tip off. And right after the game, man, we hopped in the car, stopped, got gas, got some Bojangles, and came back up the road. I was home by 11 o'clock last night.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
If you ain't never been to a Duke game at Cameron, man, you don't know what you're missing, man. The atmosphere is just unmatched. And we got a strong team this year. And I got some coaches, Coach Jaden in the comments talking about Tar Heels. We ain't even gonna discuss them.
Here we go. We gotta talk Caleb Wilson, baby.
Yeah, look, I ain't mad. I like Caleb Wilson, man. I like his game, high energy. He's gonna be a top 5 draft pick, I think. But I could care less about those powder blue punks over there in Chapel Hill. So Jaden, don't get fired on your day off by talking about some Carolina in my comments, man. I had to kick you out the comments. So how you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. I want to shout out. I think her name is the Real Lady Monet, right?
Yes.
She's been posting stuff. And I caught a piece of that. What was the game you were just talking about? Oxon Hill.
Oxon Hill and Curry Hall.
Yeah, she played like the last minute 30. I saw some of it, not all of it. That was quality stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does. She does a great job of covering games, man. She does a lot out in VA. I think she actually lives out there on the VA side. But she does a lot of games, man. She gets down on the field, and yeah, she usually goes live doing some of the games. And yeah, she does a great job, man.
Yeah, I saw the Woodbridge. She did Woodbridge and somebody on Friday night. So I saw a couple clips from that. And then I saw that. And then I catch Coach Drip every now and then. So and I think you and Drip are on one of the TikToks when you were talking about should all the teams get into the playoffs. You were talking about the forfeits. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't seen it, I'll shoot it to you.
Okay. Yep. Send that on over, man. And Coach Drip gonna be joining us in a little bit. But yeah, that Oxon Hill game was a crazy game. They had a great season, man. Like I said, shout out to Coach Jeffries, man. My guy CJ down there on the Oxon Hill staff, man. They did their thing this year, man. And you feel bad to go out that way, man. And lose that way. But they gonna bounce back, man. They gonna keep coming strong. Like I said, they got a strong program down there.
Can you see me on your screen? Or is it just a black picture?
Yeah, it's just a black picture.
All right. I gotta hop out and hop back in.
Okay. All right, we are gonna be joined pretty shortly. My first guest, Tymond Foxx, running back from Largo. He's having some technical difficulties. We're gonna get him straight here in a second. And then we'll bring him in. Tonight, there's a couple of little issues going on tonight. Let's see. Go to a couple of comments while I'm waiting here. Coach Mark says some good football was played over the weekend. Yeah, there was a lot of good games. Quarterfinal rounds, man, and there's going to be some even tougher game matchups when we get here to the semifinals this weekend, and we'll preview those games a little bit later. Coach Jaden with his all about them Tar Heels. I'm just going to keep on moving from that. Yeah, Jaden, you fired. Marcus said he ain't getting no invite. You ain't no Duke fan, man. We only travel with Blue Devil fans. You ain't getting no invite for that. Coach Drift said Jaden got fired on his day off. Yep. That's what we do. I fire coaches left and right. They know the deal. How Oxon Hill loss was crazy. I went to sleep third quarter, 5 minutes left, and in the quarter, and then woke up and found out they lost. That fourth quarter was kind of the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter was crazy. And like I said, pray hard. They kept playing, man. They sure didn't roll over and give up. Coach Mark said that quarterback is special. He's talking about Oxon Hill's quarterback. Let's see. Somebody stepped in and said where that all county list at. All county list is coming. I have the list, but we're just waiting for I'm just waiting for the go ahead to drop it tonight on the IG page. So I'm just waiting for the Coaches Association to let me know I can go ahead and drop it. But we got the list. It'll be dropping tonight. And just real quick, midnight. Tymond is having some issues connecting, and it keeps giving them, says the browser's blocked your mic and camera. You know what he needs to do?
Tell him to get out of the studio, go back in, and then make sure he gives StreamYard access to his mic and his camera. I think that's probably his issue.
Okay. Excuse me 1 second while I send it to him. All right, yeah, he'll work that out. We got to get my guy on there, man. So, like I said, I just announced our Coach of the Year for PG County. Like again, Coach Chuck, who was on the show at Central, was 1A, 2A, and then Coach Jeffries, 3A, 4A. Then today, hopefully tonight, once I get the approval, we'll go ahead and drop our Offensive Player of the Year and our Defensive Player of the Year, and then first and second team all county for both 1A, 2A, and then 3A, 4A. The second year that I've been part of that all county process, and I think the coaches do a great job, man, of making sure that the right people are on there, and that all of the we try to get as many schools as possible in the county represented. Try to spread the love a little bit, and I'm happy to announce that when we can, man, because I think it's gonna some of these players that made it deserve. They're well deserved, man, well deserved. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Coach Mark just said this year was smooth. Yep, the whole process was smooth. Vote was quick and easy, man. And like I said, I think the Coaches Association did a great job of selecting all county this year. So we'll get into that. Hopefully we can get into that tonight, but we'll get into it as soon as we can. Midnight, how was your weekend, man? Oh, I think I lost him too. I apologize, guys. We be having some terrible.
Nah, that's me, man. That was Mute Monster.
Gotcha.
I went to mute to try to see what he was talking about, because I didn't want to interrupt you. But weekend quiet. Watched college football. Watched a couple games. Then watched some pro games, and just had the fun of not worrying about if my team was going to lose or not on Sunday. So that was just a beautiful thing, man.
Hey, man, it was one of those weekends, man, where I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't even think about football until it was halftime of the Duke game. And I was sitting there looking at my phone. I was like, all right, let me check some scores, because, we needed that break from what we've been going through the last, this season.
Yes, sir. And then I was paying attention to the Picks League. Man, there was no movement this week in the Picks League. Everybody had a good week. Everybody was right around 10 or 9 wins yesterday. So basically, we just added numbers. There was no movement at all. It's just everybody all went up there 10 spots or 9 spots. So this is gonna be fun down the stretch.
Yeah. I took a couple risks in the last couple of weeks that I probably shouldn't have took. But I was thinking I was going to get some upsets, and they didn't come true. But I'm still in a good spot, man.
Yeah, I think you're down 9. Because I'm down 8, I think. But the top 7 is all host from the network.
Yeah. Yep. I did see that. Yep.
So it was kind of like that last year. Um, I like that Showtime Sarah that does Drive Time. She's in the top 3. I think she's been battling back and forth with Jack for space, and KG. I think it's second now. I can't remember how it goes. I haven't looked at it recently, but I just know everybody all had the same numbers yesterday.
Yeah. Be like that sometimes, man. And I didn't even check. Man, I told you I was so out of tune with football yesterday. I ain't checked none of my fantasy teams. I ain't checked none of that.
We about to change my team logo to a white flag, man.
You gave up.
It's getting ugly, man. I got a 3-game losing streak in one, and a 2-game losing streak in the other. The problem is Jordan Love. Jordan Love won't. It's like 1 week he's great, give me 40 points, and then the next week, nothing. There you go.
Yeah.
Somewhat there.
You on?
There you go.
You can hear me, Coach?
There we go. I got you, brother. What's going on, man?
You can hear me? Could you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see you.
Hear me, Coach? Turn it. I got you, brother. Oh, wait.
There you
My
go.
screen.
See me? Yeah, we can see you.
Can you hear me? My stuff tripping. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
My screen. What you doing? Can you hear me? My stuff tripping. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Is it a little delay or something?
Yeah, we got a delay, but we can hear you, my man.
Okay.
All right, what's going on, man? Everybody, we're joined by Largo High School senior running back, Mr. Do-It-All himself, Tymond Foxx. Last year's, what was that, 2024 Player of the Year for 1A2A.
Yes, sir.
And, I'm sure he's up for the running this year as well. Well, you know what, man? Look, I'm going to go ahead and say it while we're on here. So now we got our back-to-back PG County 1A2A Offensive Player of the Year. Mr. Tymond Foxx, who shared no honors with the guy from Central, Cameron Jefferson. So congratulations on that, brother.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling,
man? Thank you, Coach. Huh? Say it again.
I said, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling wonderful.
All right, man. So, this was your senior year, man, and just recap your season, man. How did your season go?
It went decent. We started off a little shaky. We started off 0-2 coming in. I started off. I ended up getting hurt. First game, I ended up having a nick on my ankle or whatever. And then, other than that, we bounced back, and I feel as though we had a decent season.
Yeah, man, my fault, man. I was just corrected, man. You 3-time Player of the Year now, man. My fault. Apologies on that.
3-time, yes, sir.
3-time Player
I ain't even catch on to it neither.
That's
I ain't even catch on to it.
Look, man, the listeners, they be listening, man. They send me messages when I'm making mistakes. So they shout out to Coach Deron. He caught me on that one.
Thank you, Coach. I ain't even catch on to that.
Oh, man, look, I remember I interviewed you early in the season down at Athletic Republic.
Say it again.
I said I interviewed you early in the season, well, before the season, down at Athletic Republic during the media day, man. And you said one of your goals was to get 2,000 yards. How did you finish up this year?
I finished with 12. I finished with I finished with 1,215. I didn't accomplish the goal. Like I said, I had a little nick on my ankle against Oxon Hill. So I ended up missing the game. I missed the game, but I just ain't accomplished it. But I definitely could say I still had a wonderful season. I definitely could say that.
Oh man, anytime you rush for 1,000 yards, that's a great season, man.
Yeah.
Especially on the high school level, man. That ain't no short accomplishment. A lot of people don't do it. And so you can wear that one with pride, brother.
Sure. Thank you, Coach.
What you got,
Uh,
midnight?
what's your what's the one game that stood out to you? What was the one game for you that made you most proud of your season?
Senior night. It was senior night because it was very emotional because I had ended up getting a picture with my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my grandmother's on it, and it was just I lost both of them. I just lost my great grandmother probably like 2 years ago, and that was my that was my road dog. We was together like this, and my grandmother, I only met her. I met her when I was 6 months, so I didn't really get to really bond with her like I did my great grandmother. So it was very emotional, and it just was like seeing them. It was just like, dang man, like I really got something to achieve for them. Like when I went out there, it was just all I seen was play for them. That's all I seen was them. I didn't really see nothing. So that game really stood out to me.
Do you remember your stats? Do you remember your
That
stats?
game,
Yeah.
I don't. But I
Okay.
do remember. I do remember when the game first started. I broke. It was a screenplay. I broke. I think it was 75, 80 yard touchdown screen. I do remember that, and I end up. I
I think
popped
you had
a
four
never run. I
touchdowns.
popped a never run after halftime. It was like I think that was a 50-yard run. I do remember those though.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I think you had 4 touchdowns that game, if I can recall.
Yeah, that's all I seen. Cause like I said, it was just an emotional day for me.
Well, you just talked about receptions. Um, what was your receiving numbers like? You said you had 1,200 yards rushing. You didn't include your all-purpose.
Uh, no, I actually don't know my receiving yards. I don't.
Okay, just checking with you, man,
And
because you
then
had
I
you
and
treated
then
yourself to
and
that
then
2,000.
and then another thing for the scene like I actually hit my 4K mark.
Mm-hmm.
So the scene like that's why. Then that was another thing. I hit that 4K mark with them with me. So it was just like I say, very emotional.
Good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Hey man, it's crazy, man. Like I said, I spent a lot of time watching you play last year, man. So, I knew you was a dog, man. And then I tell you, I didn't I think I told you this early in the season. I didn't know that, I grew up with your family.
Yeah.
I know your dad, your aunt Chantel and Kia. Um, grew up with them. We grew up in the same neighborhood. Um, and Miss Judy is a close friend of my mom. So I was like, man, it's crazy that
Oh, my
I
mom.
never knew
Tell
never
my
knew
my
you.
mama.
Yeah, yeah, Miss Judy, that's my girl there.
Yeah.
So man, talk about, man. You spent 4 years at Largo. Talk about your career there, man. Your whole experience there.
It's been a journey. It's been a real journey. I came in freshman year. Everybody didn't think like a lot of people was telling me they didn't think I was who I am. I came in was playing just linebacker because we had two running backs. One of our running backs ended up not making grades, so I ended up getting a chance at the running back spot. Coach Thomas gave me a chance at the running back spot, and I showed him what the talent that I have at that spot. But then I ended up not playing. I probably got like I think it was I don't remember the exact number, but I think it was only like 20 some carries throughout the whole season. Or it could have been more. I don't really remember. But we had another running back, and I was starting at middle linebacker. So I was playing both, but I was more so at middle linebacker. Then my sophomore year, we end up no, my freshman year we end up making it to the third round playoffs. We went 9-3. Yeah, we went 9-3, and then sophomore year was really a breakout year. It was like a standout year. That's when I rushed for um. That's when I rushed for over 1,300. and I think I had 20. I think I had 17 touchdowns. I think, or 20. I can't remember. And then junior year was more so like a. It was another breakout year. It was another breakout year. I went for. I had more. I had more. I had more. I think I had a little bit more rushing yards, and then I had 20 touchdowns. I think, and then senior year it's a great year. So I could say I had a wonderful career at Largo. I tied with the season touchdowns. And then I also broke the touchdown record.
Yep, I just got that information, man. Coach Devon just told me you all-time leader in touchdowns in Largo with 70 for your career, and then your career rushing was 4,286 yards, man, which is that's averaging over 1,000 yards a season, and that's just crazy numbers, man. Like I said, you can't dismiss the fact that, man, that's just a hell of a high school career, to be honest, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
you know, I I played at law when I was in school, and there was some great running backs. Hey, I can't remember his name. What was his name? Danny Johnson was a running back there when I played. And they had somebody else that played there too. I can't remember the names. So when you get old, you start forgetting stuff, man. But Largo is one of those programs, man. It's just been nice, man. We used to love going to Largo when I played because them in High Point was one of the only schools with lights back in the day. So it was Largo. You was gonna get that Friday night game, which didn't happen much back then. But that's cool, man. I'm just want to congratulate you, man, because like I said, it's been a heck of a ride. And at the end of the day, man, when you don't win the championship, you always feel like you left something out there, man. But the accomplishments you had over your career is just outstanding, brother. And you had a
Thank you,
great
coach.
season this year, man. So what's going on with the next step, man? What's your interest going?
It's going good. I've been throughout the season. I've been going to a couple schools. I've been going to Bowie. Bowie invited me to a game. Seton Hill, Frostburg. So I went to all three of those schools. I also got two offers. I got an offer from Fairmont State. The coach is he's not unfortunately he's not there no more. So I don't really know what's going on with that. And I got another school. It's a JUCO school I have, and yeah, that's really it. Other than that, though, everything is going real good. Real
Good.
good.
Hey, two questions
Got
for
one
you.
midnight?
Yeah, I got two actually. If any significance behind the number 2 that you wear?
Say it again.
Is there a significance by you wearing the number 2?
No,
All right.
because Thomas just gave me it.
All right.
He just gave me it.
All right. And then the other question was, you said the Fairmont State coach isn't there anymore. Can you talk about just like the process of like you being recruited? Like, how was that, having somebody actually call you and say, "Hey, we want you"?
Say it again.
I said, how was it feeling that somebody called you and said, "Hey, we want you to come here and play for our team"?
Like, how would I feel?
How does it feel?
It feels wonderful. It feels wonderful knowing that I have, the I got blessed with the talent enough for somebody to call me and say that. That feels wonderful. That feel wonderful.
Cool, man. Thanks, man.
Thank you, coach.
Well, man, look, man. Like I said, I'm glad you took the time to come on with us, man. Sorry about the difficulties early.
No, it's okay.
But I wanted to get you on at the beginning of the season, and I was just starting up with the podcast thing, so I was all over the place. But I wanted to make sure, man, when we got to the end of the season, man, that I got a chance to you come on here, man, and just rap with you, man. Like I said, because I watched you all last year, from afar. I watched a lot of film, a lot of games. So I watched you, man, and I was like, man, look, this kid is special here, man. And so, it's great to have you on. I appreciate you coming on, man. So, before we let you go, man, anybody you want to shout out? Man, I know you got your mom is a cheerleader.
Yeah, you just heard her. She in the background.
Right.
But yeah, no, I want to shout out, Coach Thomas, Coach Reggie, all the Largo coaching staff, Coach Tay, my uncle Coach Rich. He been with me for the longest since I started Little League. I want to shout out all my uncles too, because they definitely all been in my corner. My mother, she's my number one supporter. You hear her every film, you hear her. And I
Yep.
also want to shout out my teammates. My teammates also pushed me a whole bunch. A whole bunch. And it's one more. She's my biggest supporter. I love her to death. Jessie, Coach Thomas' daughter. That's my baby. I love her to death. She's in my corner every time. After every game, she's on the field with me all the time. It doesn't matter where we at. It don't matter. And his sister, his mom, his wife, everybody. Because they all been in my corner and support me throughout this whole journey.
You got anything else for Midnight?
Nah, man. I just want to say keep up the good work, man. Wherever you go, let us know. And keep us informed, because he talked about, you one of the few players he talks about outside of the Laurel kids, man. So I know you had to be special.
You lagged a little bit. Can you say it again for me?
I said you one of the few kids I've heard Coach talk about individually. So I know that means you had some special talents, man. So I'm glad you're doing well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, real quick, couple comments. Who's this? Michael Young said, "My boy."
I can't see. I can't see what it is.
Say Michael Young.
I'm gonna look on the thing.
Yeah, he just said, "My boy."
Let me see.
Who's this? Alvin Gamble said, "Congrats, young man. Keep grinding."
Thank you.
And I just want to say, man, before we let you go, man, look, senior year, and enjoy the process, man. Make sure when you go into these schools, man, make sure it's a good fit across the board. Education is always the most important. But make sure that, the scheme is right for you. The atmosphere is right for you, man. And one thing that I tell people all the time, everybody has a list of places they want to go. All right. But make sure you go where you want it, because that's always a big thing. Go somewhere where you want it, and you're going to enjoy that experience, man. So one more comment. Who's this? Keep going, bro. You're a dog. That's coming from number 10 from Friendly. He said that.
Oh, that's the linebacker. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. You keep balling too.
All right, man. So I appreciate you joining, man. And looking forward for you to make your decision, man, and then watching you again next year on that next level, man. Shout out to Coach Deron and that staff. My boy, Coach Jarrell. That's my boy there, man. I tried to get him to come coach with me, but he didn't want to leave the Largo family. So I said, all right, you stay there. So, hey, man, look, I'm going to let you go, but I got a couple more comments. I want you to see all your comments. This one say, yeah, Foxx.
That's one of my team. Thank you. Appreciate you, Tymond.
And they say, yo, big cousin bro, say keep being the best of what you do. Oh, best of what you do.
The best. That's probably what he meant to say. Ron. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you. Who's this?
Yep,
is that Janaya? There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, proud of you, cousin. Yep.
Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. I can see it. I'm looking on the computer now.
Yeah, they still coming through. Love from QB1.
Love from QB1. Who, King? Is that King?
Not sure.
It's not showing here.
Yeah. We got another one say, tell him his cousin home. Said, keep being the champ you are.
Thank you, cuz. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I can't. Okay, there we go. I see it. I see it now.
All right. They flying in right now.
Yeah, I see it. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for the support.
Hey, look.
Thank you.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna give you some love too, man, because you done brought all these viewers to the show tonight, man. You know they come to see you. They ain't come to see me a Midnight Rider. They came to see you tonight.
Thank you.
Man. Hey man, so I appreciate that, man, and all that y'all came in to check in, man. Look, we're gonna be covering basketball too. You know, I coach basketball.
You do?
Yeah. You know, we won the state championship last year. You know, even though we lost to y'all in the county championship, and Mr. Cam Ward, man, I'm trying to get him on the show too. But
you gotta get him. It's only right.
Right. So,
It's
hey,
only
man,
right.
I appreciate you coming on, man. And like I said, we're gonna check in with you later once you make that college decision, man, and bring you back on.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you for having me.
No problem, man.
Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good one. All right, that was Largo running back, Tymond Foxx. Great kid, man. Good kid. Like I said, hell of a player. And I had to get him on. Like you said, Midnight. It's not too many kids that I call out by name outside of my players, man. And you know, he's just one of those kids that he's just a dog, man. He's just a dog on the football field, man.
Nah, I totally understood, man. That's why I was like, because you brought him up several times, so I knew the name. I just didn't know. I forgot where he played at.
Right,
Coach,
right.
We've been doing these things, being boss man. So I want to get your live reaction to something that we've been working on for your show. There you go.
So look, you know, the boss BJ stole your thunder on that one because he sent that to me the other day.
Oh no, I knew he sent it to you. I just wanted to show it to you because,
yeah. Look, hey man, y'all be doing y'all thing with that stuff, man. That is not my expertise.
Hey man, we just trying to have fun, man. Just do as much as we can.
Right. Hey man, it's definitely going up, man. Definitely going up, man. And we're gonna keep on rolling, man. I'm gonna bring my guy, Coach Drippin, into the stage, man.
Oh yeah, y'all know what time it is.
What's going on, man?
Hey man, you know I'm here, man, supporting the Pretenders and Contenders podcast like I do each week. You know what I'm saying? Much love to my PG family out there, man.
Hey man, I appreciate you, man, and you know I appreciate that hookup the other day. You know what I'm talking about with
Yes, sir.
with CCB, man, and
oh, I'm glad they did it too, because I was gonna go off on the show today if they didn't. I was going.
Hey man, look, hey man, they ain't even hesitate, man. You know, they ain't even hesitate with it, man. They was like, Coach, go ahead, man. Do what you want, man. Do what you want. So I was like, cool.
Good people over there, man.
Yeah, good people, man. So what's going on, brother? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling real good. You see my background, meet me at States. I got a good chance of being at States this year, baby. You know.
Well, you know what? Let me say something, man. Before we get into the recaps, man, you know, when we talking, it's all fun and games, man. And we talking, and you know, we love both our sides, man. But this weekend, it was some hell of a football games going on.
It was
Friday night and Saturday, man. And
trash talk aside, you got that, man. You're right.
And we gonna start with that first one, man, the big one, which was QO and Flowers. And you know, Flowers, you know, they came up and gave a fight, man. You know, I sent you a message the other day, and I was like, man, you know, I heard some information that you know, scared me a little bit. But you know, I had to stick with my prediction, man. I still thought Flowers was going to go in there and bang, man, and it was a good game, man. QO wound up winning the game 21-10. Will Drakeford was as advertised. He came when my man OG said he was going to be in here tonight, man. But OG, oh, okay, he told me that was his nephew, man. I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
And I was telling him when I was talking to him earlier, man, I was like, man, that QB run they ran with him, man, when they pulled the guard tackle, I said, oh my God. I said, man, I ain't seen a team run that this year. And he stepped up big, man. He threw that pick six early on, man. And he stepped up big time in the second half, man. He had a few big runs that kept drives going.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that you know, watching the game, you know, even though they had the 3 turnovers in the first half, I thought QO was playing better football, man. They were moving the ball. I was surprised that Flowers' defense. I ain't gonna say they didn't play as physical. It seemed like they got tired.
Mm-hmm.
And they was going up with both of them got big bodies on both sides of the line, man. Those are two, the offensive line for QO and that D line for Flowers. Those are some big time players, man. And I think that that running game was QO. They stuck with it, and that big man. Tell me who's number 9 for QO?
Raheem Bond. Remember the name,
man. That big boy, man. When he got the ball, I'm looking at him like, man, this dude look like a D tackle himself, man. And
he is.
He playing fullback. Okay, I thought he was playing linebacker. Okay, he was coming from D tackle spot. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that was the difference in the game, man. I just think they just wore Flowers down. Like I said, Flowers played tough. They hung in there, man, and they battled. But QO proved to be the better team that night, man. So shout out to QO. Ain't taking nothing from him. I still was gonna ride with my PG squad no matter what. But that was a good game, man. Coach Kelly over there, been doing this thing for a while up there, man. And they gotta get ready for this week for their next opponent, man. So shout out to QO on that. And then shout out to my fellas at Flowers, man, and my coaches over there. Great season. I wish I could have seen number 21 a little bit more run the ball. But he was banged up. So, that was the difference right there. They ain't get to do what they wanted to. So, what's your take on the game?
Well, first and foremost, I wanted to bring this up because you did hit me up. And what I want to say is you got a little taste of why Moco supports me, because I wasn't going to bring it up, and I didn't bring it up. That was between me and you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's why Moco, you know what I'm saying, they call me the Black Adam Schefter, because once I communicate with somebody, if it's between me and them, I don't give out the, you know what I'm saying, no sauce or nothing like that. So I'm going to say this, man. QO is a rolling stone. I keep telling people, this QO team is better than the teams of the past. It does not have the big names that they had in the past, but as a team, this is the best team they put on the field in a long time.
You think so? You think they're better than the teams with Coop running the ball?
Again, names. Coop's a name. Iverson Howard's a name. They had the names. This team, first of all, I've said this. You've heard me say this, and I've said this multiple times. If you cannot do both equally good, if you cannot run the ball and you cannot pass the ball equally good against QO, you don't have a chance. If you can only do one and you do one really good, like great, that doesn't matter, because they're going to take that out of the game. You have to be able to do both, and that's the only way you're going to beat them. But I ain't going to lie to you, and I know I'm the Moco guy. I was a little, that pick six had me a little scared. Because see, what people don't understand with me is I be knowing the scores before I get home. So before I watch the game, I be knowing the scores. So when I get home to watch the game, I watch it a little different in different eyes than a lot of people do. I'm looking for the key moments in the game to say, okay, this is when it switched. This is when they started to take over the game. So Flowers' defense is no joke, and I'm going to say this too as well. I would have loved to see this at States. I would have much rather see this at State. I still think QO would have won, but I think this would have been a more balanced game. That Red Army is nothing to play with, man. I know people say, oh, PG, they don't care, this, that, and the third, or all Mo County, they don't care, this, to the third. Listen, I don't care where you're from. You could be from Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's a tough place to play. Just seeing it's freezing cold outside and you got kids out there body painted red, and it just means a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's the ultimate home field advantage. And I think QO went and they took – I think QO saw what people were saying. I think a lot of people were doubting QO, and pretty much this whole season, anytime you saw QO versus somebody else, everybody was saying QO. This was the first time this year where people said the other team may win. And I think that angered the kids at QO, and they had a chip on their shoulder, and they was ready to roll.
What was the other turning point that you saw in this ball game outside the pick six?
He said it, Will Drakeford on the ground. Will Drakeford, I've been telling people all year that Will Drakeford is probably going to be the MVP of the county. It's going to be him or Diego Rodriguez, but I think this was the Will Drakeford statement show to say, yeah, this is going to be me. Elijah By as well. Elijah By, you can put him up there, but I know Mo County, because Elijah got hurt, they're probably not going to give it to him. But Will Drakeford, when the coaching staff as well, but when Will figured out, okay, we got to do something different, and he just started running, it was a different ball game, like Coach alluded to. Will is very good at both sides. He's very good at throwing the ball. He's very good at running the ball as well. So Midnight Rider, to your question, yeah, when he started running the ball, that's when I started seeing, like, okay, I already know who won the game, but okay, it was, a better showing than that. Because I thought from the score, I thought QO wet the bed, to be honest with you, from the score, because I was at another game. So when I actually watched the game, it was like, okay, these are two dogs fighting, like two super teams fighting each other. And, QO ended up winning. So, oh, yeah, and also, from what I also heard was Flowers brought their band.
Yeah, they did. They had their band there. Yeah, they had their band there. Yep.
Yeah, you don't do that at the QO. You better leave. You can bring your band to any other Mo County school. Don't bring your band to QO. leave them at home. That's a long bus ride from Flowers to QO on Friday during rush hour.
All right, moving on to the next game.
Oh, Lord, I know you want to talk about this one.
We had Winston Churchill taking on Montgomery Blair. My guy Nate and his squad over there, man. And Churchill won the game 42-7. This game from I was sitting on my couch, flipping back and forth. Had NFHS up on my TV, so I'm flipping through all the games, man. And this one was like never even close. Like, so I know you were there. So give us your analysis of that game.
So you hear the score, and people are going to say, like Coach Devon just said, it wasn't close. Now, people call me a Blair homer, and this is going to sound like it's some Blair homer stuff. Blair pretty much was driving the ball at will against Churchill. They just couldn't punch it in. And it was some questionable red zone. People want to question Coach Nossoff and say he should have went for the field goal, kicked the field goal, things of that nature. As I'm learning more coaches and learning how more coaches' philosophies, a lot of coaches, they live by the gun, die by the gun. You know what I mean? Hey, if it got us here, that's what we're going to do. I will say Churchill is very impressive. Churchill was very impressive. They showed up. Their running game, Noah Zhang did his thing. Midnight Rider will appreciate this one. My main man, Double H, time to play the game. He showed up. Hunter Humphreys, that's another name for not just Montgomery County, state of Maryland. Remember that name, Hunter Humphreys. He did his thing. The coaching staff at Churchill, I think they had Blair figured out. I think this was one of those games that I would like to see again, because if you remember, Blair got beat by BCC in a similar fashion in the second game of the season. And then when they got a crack at him in the second time, we all saw what happened. So I'm never going to go against Coach. Even you, Coach Devon, I will never go against a coach because I'm not a real coach. I coach the drip. I don't coach the X's and O's. So I would never go against your decision making. Any coach, that's just respect that I have as a man. I'm never go against y'all decision making. It's hard for me to see people go against Coach Nassau, because for a team to go 0-3 and then make it to the quarterfinals, I mean, unless he got Michael Jordan special stuff from Space Jam, that's coaching. So, tough one for Blair. Churchill looks real good. I like how Churchill look. Churchill looks real good. My second time seeing them in person, they look real good.
Do you think this is a just a bad matchup for Blair or just a bad day in the office?
Both.
Okay.
So he mentioned Nate. Nate was hurt. So Nate was used more so as a decoy, more so. There was a couple plays in there when Nate was in there, you could tell he probably didn't practice this week. Having him would have made a big difference. Not saying that they would have won, but it would have made a big difference. And yeah, Blair is I ain't gonna hold you. Blair is very young, Midnight Rider. Like when I tell you they're young, other than Nate, they got Ben Giblin and they got one more. I'm trying to think who the other third person is. But out of their starters, they're only losing 3 starters this year.
Oh wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So next year, and we'll talk about next year and when next year starts. But I'm telling y'all right now, next year they're gonna be scary good.
All right. So the next game, we move on to our next game. For here we get Dr. Henry A. Wise High School. The Pumas from Wise defeated Glen Burnie 46-20. It's a game where I was watching that game and Wise went up early. At one point, it was what was the score, like 39-6. Right before halftime, Glen Burnie returned a kick kickoff after a Wise score. And then they came out and scored another one in the second half. And this is one of those games where Wise was in control. Second half, they played a lot of backups in there. And, Wise has a lot of athletes. And if you don't have a lot of, especially on the offensive side, but their defense is just as athletic this year. If you don't have a lot of athletes on your defense, it's going to be a long day for you because they can hit you from all over, man. I mean, you got the running back Cameron Parker he can take it to the house at any time. You got quarterback Eric Wedge he can pick you apart, and he can take it to the house by running as well. So, it's a lot of weapons on there. And watching, what I've seen of Churchill, this was probably the first week that I watched a lot of Churchill. I've seen him in spots throughout the season. That's going to be a tough matchup for Churchill. Even though Wise is coming there, Wise has gotten 180% better than where they started at the season. When they saw Flowers early in the season, if Wise and Flowers was to meet up again, I don't think the game would go like it did the first time they played each other. And even during that game, Wise was able to move the ball. And like you just said about Blair, they shot themselves in the foot in the red zone. They had issues inside the red zone. So Churchill's a good team. They're pretty good. Like you said, Hunter is a ball player. And this ain't my PG bias coming out here, but Church they're gonna have their hands full with Wise this week, and it's a difficult matchup for Churchill, just because of the athletes and the speed that Wise has, and they got a quarterback that can run the offense without the coaches telling them what to do. Like he can get out there and read what the defense is in, and get those players in the best position, and can roll with it. So. I think it's going to be I'm not saying Wise ain't going to blow them out. I think it's going to be a good game. I say Wise wins by at least by 10 or 14 in this one.
Are we doing our predictions?
That's me. I'm talking. I'm always talking.
I'm about to say, because we got one more that we both was wrong about.
All right. So moving on, that's Wise game. Going to the next one, man. God dang it. Paint Branch and Broadneck.
Man.
Broadneck pulled out the victory 37-22 over Paint Branch. I didn't think Broadneck had a chance in hell to go up to Paint Branch and beat them there, but this one wasn't even close either. I mean, Paint Brand scored late, but it was over. What was it, 20-0 at halftime or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20-0 at halftime. And Broadneck, who, they surprised me. I can't lie. They surprised me. I can't really tell if Broadneck was that good or if PB just had a bad night, to be honest. But
both.
Yeah, there you go. You say both. Didn't expect that to happen. Like you said, both of us was wrong on that prediction. But now they get the prize of going up to QO. Again. And they haven't had no success up there. And Broadneck hasn't had no success. And I don't see anything changing now. So in the 4A, I think Drip, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I just gave it out like we heading to another QO Wise matchup, man, in the States. And I know, Coach Drip said I'm gonna meet us at States. He wants an all MoCo state championship. I just see a repeat from last year, man. QO and Wise Part 2, back-to-back seasons.
Oh man, this is the one that pissed me off, man. It pissed me off, Coach. Oh man, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it here. If they would have had Elijah Ball, they still would have lost.
That says a lot.
I just gave y'all my whole tirade about how I do not judge coaches. So I'm not gonna start.
Mm-hmm.
But damn it, man. I mean, what you just said, is Broadneck that good, or the QO just they were just bad? I don't know. Watching that game pissed me off, man. It pissed me off. That was the first game I watched Saturday morning. I woke up early at like 7 o'clock in the morning just to watch that game because I couldn't believe it. And it made me go back to sleep. I went right back to sleep. I was pissed. You know what? I'm gonna give props to Broadneck because Broadneck they keep getting to the state semis. I think a couple of years ago they got to the state finals. I think it was the year that Wise won, or was it Wise? I believe it was Wise. They beat Wise. Wise beat them in the finals one year, I believe, like 2 years ago. Broadneck looked like the damn St. Louis Rams from when Kurt Warner was there. It was like, what the hell is going on? And the defense
greatest show on turf.
Yeah, man. I don't know what was going on, man. I just don't get it. But to your point about the all MoCo states, I'm gonna say this about Churchill because I'm not gonna be a homer on this one. I'm gonna be blunt and honest because we are building this relationship. On the surface, Wise should beat Churchill, but here's why they're similar. Both of them played the top dogs, or who was labeled the top dogs in the county, their respective counties, early in the year. Wise played Flowers, lost the game early in the year. Churchill played QO early in the year and lost to QO. Both teams have gotten better since then. I'm with you as far as the 10 to 14 point, that little spread. I don't know who's going to win. I'll be there. I'll be there on Friday at 7 o'clock. I'll be there. So, and I'll be at the QO game as well. So I'm doing double duty that day. So, I can't call it because I haven't watched too much Wise. I would not be surprised if Wise won though. I think that everybody in the world will be surprised if Churchill wins. And we don't even need to talk about who's going to win between QO and Broadneck.
That's what I said. I think we know. Well, for me, I know what the state championship.
That 35, I promised y'all last week, is coming.
Yeah, well, they ain't happening against Flowers, so
no, it didn't happen against Flowers. You know,
gotcha.
I told him, I was like, "Hey, look, man, I'm building this relationship with PG. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all messing up. You know what I'm saying? They like me over there.
Oh, and just to let you know, I mean to change subject, but we had our coaches association meeting the other night, man, where we voting on our all county stuff. So I mentioned to the other coaches, man, that you said you was gonna beat us by 35 in a Drippy Bowl matchup next year. So everybody was like, "Bring it on! Let's set it up. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen."
Listen,
So,
and we'll do this too. Like I don't know if I said it, but this year, of course, because I'm a Mo County guy, when we do it in 2026, of course it'll be at a Mo County location. The winner of the Drippy Bowl will host the Drippy Bowl the next year. So if PG wins, I'll link up with y'all. We can host it in PG. We can do it in PG, and just keep doing it. Every year.
Yeah, we'll work on that, man, and work out the details, man. And seriously though, everybody's like, yeah, they down for it. So
okay,
we can do that. And when we come to PG, the 300 is always open.
Okay. That's why I was going. You know where I was going to go.
yeah, the 300 is always open to host. So moving on, 4A, 3A, we got the matchup, man, that nobody wanted to see in the quarterfinals, but we got Sherwood, who defeated North Point 19-7. This was one that I called. I didn't.
You did?
I didn't think that North Point, as good as North Point is, I ain't taking nothing away from them. North Point is good, but I didn't think that they could travel up to Sherwood and knock them off at Sherwood, man. From what I've seen at Sherwood this year, pretty good, pretty damn good team. So, what was your take on the game?
Hey, Midnight Rider, that bus ride was long as hell.
Oh, I can only imagine, dog.
They probably had to get on the bus at 1:00 to get there on rush hour on a Friday.
Right.
Sherwood is that's where the whole slogan "Meet Me at State" started from for Sherwood last year. Sherwood's on a mission, man. No point. Don't you watch the game, Coach Devon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to North Point. Sherwood made North Point look like they made Kennedy look. And I'm not even sizing it. I didn't see, matter of fact, I didn't even see the point they scored.
Yeah, they look like they didn't get off the bus.
Yeah,
like that bus ride was was a little rough.
It looked like the coach said nobody can talk on the bus ride going there, when he should have said it, nobody should be talking on the bus ride going home. Because they didn't seem hype. Because with the network, you see pretty much everything. You see everybody walking in, you see pretty much everything. And they didn't seem hype. They didn't seem like they cared. It seemed like maybe they thought that Sherwood was about to be some pushovers. And
yeah, I don't know why they
my man Preston Hammer, he did his thing. He's been a big jolt to them coming back, number one. Matt Larson did his thing. Sherwood is clicking right now. And you know what I would like to see if we could get it done? Because I know that PG does it too for basketball, and we do it for basketball in Mo County too. I'm really about to start fighting for a Mo County championship. In football. Because Sherwood and QO is something that needs to happen again. Because this Sherwood team is really good, bro. Jefferson, Agent Zero, he was dominating the whole game. It was a really good game by them. North Point, shouts out to them. I saw somebody today earlier say that the SMAC is the SEC in Maryland. Sorry, person that said that. You could be the SEC, but you can't say Maryland without M. And the Mo, we doing our thing here, man.
I don't know about that comment. Don't know about that one.
Anytime I can get Midnight Rider to break, you know what I'm talking about. I love it.
Yeah. I don't know about that one there. The SEC, yeah, they. Let me shut up.
Maybe about it like 1996 when the SEC wasn't as good as the.
I don't know about that one. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, I'll leave that alone. I'm gonna be good tonight. Moving on to the next matchup, we had I'm just doing Montgomery County PG schools, just covering those games. We had Oxon Hill lost to Prairie Hall 35-34 in overtime. You said it earlier, Drip, with your comment, man. You know, you went to sleep, man, and you just don't. You woke up, you don't know what happened because, I mean, it's 28. It was 28-14 with 5 minutes left in the game, and I'm not gonna say. I don't know. I don't question coaching either. I don't question coaching either. So it just seemed like, Oxon Hill thought the game was over, and Prairie Hall just kept playing.
Mm-hmm.
They just kept playing. They never gave up, and they could have actually won it in regulation. They missed that field goal with 2 seconds left. To be honest, if the ball was in the middle of the field, the game is over at that point. But nonetheless, Oxon Hill gets the ball first in overtime. 2 plays later, they score. Boom. So I'm like, all right, 34, they go for the extra point, miss the extra point. And Prairie Hall gets the ball. All right. Boom, they score in like 2 plays. And they made their extra point. And that was the game, man. And it was I hated to see Oxon Hill lose like that, man.
Me too.
Coach Jeffries and that staff, man, they was having a great season. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but Coach Jeffries was our 3A, 4A Coach of the Year this year for PG County. And their quarterback, who's only a junior for Oxon Hill, man, he had a hell of a season. Threw for 1,400 yards and 17 touchdowns. And, some more honors coming from him, hopefully tonight I can announce it or, tomorrow. But he's a great kid, man. Number 3, one of their receivers. Number 11, one of their receivers. I don't know the hand. What was the name? I got the name right here. Number 3, last name Graves. He's a great receiver. Number 1, Wilkes. They had a great year, man. And Oxon Hill is one of those teams that a couple years ago, all these kids that was playing on their team were freshmen and sophomores.
Mm-hmm.
And, they just kept grinding. And this year, they had a great season. And they got a lot of people coming back next year too. So they definitely not going to fall off after this loss. But it was, like you said, on the network, man, you can see everything from the beginning to when they cut it off, man. So just watching those kids. And I always like to watch the handshake lines, and I just like to see the reactions and things like that. And watching them Oxon Hill kids walk off the field, man, was that was hard to look at, man. That was almost as hard as watching my seniors after the Blake game, walk off the field. So, sympathize with them, but they're gonna be back. Oxon Hill gonna be back. Like I said, they got a lot of returning players. Coach Jeffries and his staff do a great job. So, congratulations to Prairie Hall, and for playing a great game. Guess what? You get to go up to Sherwood and and face that machine next. So, good luck with that one.
So, what are the matchups after all of this? Did we do the last game?
Yeah, I was going to say.
It was one other game. Let me cover the last game, PG game. And that was Douglas versus Northern. Now, I didn't get to watch this game.
Me neither, but I heard about it.
Was kind of disappointing. Douglas was the 1 seed coming in. Northern was the 8 seed. And the final score was 35-0 Northern. So Coach Sutton and his staff down there, Douglas, man, I know they had lofty, they had high goals this season, man. And I actually thought they was going to bring home that state championship in 2A this year. But, they didn't get it done. I can't really comment on the game because I didn't get to watch it. So, but Douglas' season is over. Congratulations to Northern on their win. And they on to the semifinals, man. So speaking of going back to the matchups, we got the semifinals this week. First we got Quince Orchard. We'll be taking on Broadneck.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that's at 7:00
That's at
Friday.
3. That's at 3.
Oh yeah, that's 3 at 3:00 on Friday. I was wondering how you was gonna do both games.
Yeah.
And then we got Churchill hosting Wise next week at 7:00 on the 28th. I'm actually getting on a plane Friday, heading down to Florida. So, I'm gonna have to watch everything on NFHS, but I'm gonna be tuned in.
I swore I thought you was about to say you was about to get on the plane and go to Churchill.
You damn near have to. A helicopter ride or something.
Hey, listen, I went to Martini's on Saturday. Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah, that's how far it was. You see that long pause midnight rider? That's how far it was.
Yeah.
Germantown to Martini's, brother.
Oh, I know. That's that. Hey, I was looking at you funny, like I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I did that. I did it on Saturday. My brother Shooter's his birthday was on Saturday, so
okay.
I went with him.
Gotcha. Yeah. Other matchup, we got Sherwood hosting Prairie Hall. That's in the 4A, 3A semifinals. That game is Friday at 4:00 at Sherwood. And then in the other matchup, we got Old Mill from out here in Anne Arundel County versus Mervo from out in Baltimore. And that game is is at Old Mill.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. That game is at Mervo. Sorry about that. Game is at Mervo at 6:00 on Friday. Yep. Then in Class 3A, we got Ligonor hosting Milford Mill Friday at 6:00. That's going to be a good game there.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a tough game there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Westminster, who came down here to Howard County and upset Guilford Park Friday night. They're taking on Oakdale Friday at 6:30. So that's going to be another tough matchup there. Then we move to the Class 2A. We got the 5 seed Glen Elg hosting the 8 seed Northern. I don't know much about Glen Elg. I know they did beat Howard last week, but that's a 5-8 matchup in the semifinals. And then we got the 2 seed Huntington hosting Wacomico, the 3 seed, 6 p.m. on Friday. So Wacomico got to come across that bridge now. They hosted the last 2 games. Now they got to make that drive down to Huntington.
Where is that?
Huntington?
Yes.
That's like down near what, Lexington Park, like down that way. Yeah. It's down there. They can have that.
Yep.
Class 2A, 1A. We got the 5 seed Liberty, who was defeated by Middletown in the second round. Middletown self-reported ineligible player on that Monday. So Liberty found out on Tuesday that they was going to be playing against who did Liberty play? Let me get it right.
Snitched on themselves.
Yeah, snitched on themselves. But who did Liberty play? Liberty played Hereford. Liberty actually won the game in overtime, 39-38, and now they're in the semifinals. Which is crazy. Like I said, Middletown self-reported on itself. They had an ineligible player. And now Liberty will be hosting Lackey, another one of those teams from way down the road.
I ain't heard that name in a minute.
County. Yeah, Lackey was actually the 8th seed. So, and then we got number 2 seed Elkton hosting the 3 seed Dunbar from Baltimore. I don't know too much about Elkton, but I know Dunbar, they're gonna bring it. So that's a tough matchup there. Then the Class 1A, we got the 1 seed Patuxent versus the 4 seed Boonesboro. I don't know where the hell Boonesboro is. Coach Marcus knows where it's at because they got a wrestling program. So, but I don't know where the hell Boonesboro is.
Allowed there. That's what I'm telling you. I'm guessing that's one of them places.
And then we got the 3 seed Fort Hill taking on Perryville out in Fort Hill at 7:00. So that's all your semifinal matchups there. Should be another good week of good football, man. And you know, the winner of these games is headed down to Navy Stadium. The weekend of the what's that? December 4th, 5th, 6th that weekend. So, you know, my guy Drip, you know, he still got 3 MoCo schools in the running. And we got 1 PG school still in the running. So it's gonna be an interesting week of football, man.
I'll be surprised if all three of them, the MoCo schools make it. I'm not gonna lie. We already know one is gonna be there. Well, actually 2 of them. I don't see Sherwood losing, and I don't see QO losing. I think PG's best bet is Wise. And I wouldn't even be mad.
It's our only bet right now.
No, because I didn't get my comments on the Oxford Hill game, but the same way I felt about that Paint Branch game is the same way I felt about that game. Because I was like, what? Coach Pat, he DM'd me, and it was like, you know, Perry Hall won, right? I'm like, no way. So I went back, and like you just said, I watched the end of it, and I watched Oxford Hill. I'm letting you know right now, I'm putting y'all on notice. Oxford Hill's going to be scary good next year. The way them boys walked up that, they're going to be scary good next year. Like
I said, they got a lot of talent coming back, man.
Yeah.
A lot of talent. And the quarterback coming back. So he's only a junior.
You know what game I might watch, Coach, that has nothing to do with either one of us? Fort Hill.
Yeah, you know, Fort Hill is one of those schools, man, that every year they're good. One reason is there ain't nothing else up there.
Oh no, I went to Allegheny, so I know.
Yeah, ain't nothing else up there. So they you know, but they're solid program, man. And my guy from MFV, he always goes up there, man. I don't know how the hell he makes that drive, but he goes up there to watch them play, man. And they're just solid, man. So that's gonna be an interesting game, man. The game I want to watch though is Ligonier and Milford Mill.
That's gonna be a good one too. That's gonna be a good one too. That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good one, man. And that Westminster and Oakdale game is gonna be tough too.
That's gonna be a good one too.
Yeah, Westminster has a good program. They got a nice running back. The company I work for is up in Westminster, so. You know, ever since I started working up there, I drive past it when I got to go into the office. So I always see him out there practicing when I'm leaving work, trying to get myself to practice. So, and one of my old coworkers, her son is the running back up there. So,
okay.
So I try to follow him as much as I can. But yeah, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great weekend, like you said, man. I mean, I think it's some good games. I mean, put our county bias aside. I think it's going to be some good games this year, and I think we're going to get a great state matchup. I mean, if it's Wise and QO, it's going to be a great game. If it's QO Churchill, it's going to be a good game. If it's Sherwood, I mean, I'm going to be honest. Whoever Sherwood play, we I mean, you know, Coach Pat, if you're watching this, I need to be on the sideline. If I got to dress up as a warrior and be the mascot, I need to be on the sideline. I'm telling you right now. Because I know Kelly ain't gonna let me do it. And I ain't dressing up like no cougar. But I can dress up like a warrior. And I need to be on that sideline with my Mo County versus everybody hoodie. We're not playing PG, so I could be as disrespectful as possible.
Hey man, look, just make sure you got your credentials when you're on the sideline so you don't get kicked off like that that DeMatha lady kicked kick my boys off the sideline.
I know y'all got more show, but let me ask you your opinion on that. Because we're grown. So let me ask you your opinion on that.
So first of all, you playing a game in Navy Stadium, right? The WCAC is not going to just let anybody. They're not going to give anybody access to the field that doesn't deserve to be there, right?
Right.
Bless you. So she should have knew right then and there that, for whatever reason, they were allowed to be on the field. Now, listening to the video earlier, and Midnight Ride, I don't know if you know what's going on here. During the DeMatha and Gonzaga game, was it Gonzaga or St. John's that was playing? I forgot who they played. I think
it was Gonzaga.
Yeah, in the WCAC championship last night. Two guys that were media guys were down there with their cameraman who had on his credentials, and they were on DeMatha's sideline. So I don't know what capacity this woman was, but she came over there. She's a trainer, okay. She came over there trying to kick them off of DeMatha's sideline. And at some point they addressed them as being from St. Francis, like saying they were somebody from St. Francis. And, they had words, they exchanged words, and, the guys wound up leaving the sideline. As he was leaving the sideline, he did call her a Karen, and then she called him a bitch. And, they walked away. Said it could have got uglier. It could have escalated more, but, they walked away. So that's what's circulating right now. So just make sure wherever you at, you put you got your credentials on, okay? All right, because I don't want to see no video with Drip on the sideline being escorted off the sideline.
Oh no, see that's why I wanted to ask you, because first of all, when I do come to these PG games, I need to know what I gotta have, because that ain't happening to me. I'm letting you know that right now. That is not happening to
me. When you come to the 300, I take care of you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I take care of you. I give you look. You have access to the locker room. You can, you ain't gonna have to pay to get in. I make sure that my AD, man, me and Marcus and our AD, we talk all day long, every day, twice on Sundays. Like, so I got that relationship with my AD. I ain't, because I do the right thing. So as long as he knows what I got going on, what I'm doing, he lets me do whatever, within the rules, of course. So if I tell him I got somebody coming to the game, they on the list and they good to go.
I will say I did communicate with you. I communicated with y'all 80 that one year that I told you that when I first saw y'all, and it was the year before you started coaching when y'all played Blair in the playoffs at Northwestern.
Yeah, I was assistant coach with the staff then. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I communicated with y'all AD for that one, and the AD was perfectly fine. I got in. It was no hassle or nothing. But from the media side, as somebody that's from the media, and I'm just gonna say, I think both sides were wrong and both sides were right. I think they were right to be able to be on the field, because obviously to be on the field at a state championship game in Navy Stadium, you had to have somebody give you the okay. Where they were wrong at is where they were wrong is because this is what I try to tell my kids that work with us. You're supposed to have your credential on you visibly, period.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that might have deterred her from acting that way. She was wrong because she was trying to protect her sideline, but the way she went about it was very, very, very hostile. She didn't have to be that hostile towards them. Now, the funniest part about it was when they called her a Karen, she was like, "Oh, y'all want a name call? All right, bitch."
Right.
And she said that, hey, Midnight Rider, she said it like one of them old school Nikki Bella, AJ Lee promos, bro. Yeah, she bitch. Like, she was ready to say that. She was
it was no hesitation or nothing.
No hesitation at all. Like, I'm not a Karen at all. Like, she basically was defending herself. But I think it was handled wrong. It was a bad look. I hope she doesn't get fired, but I hope they get to continue to still doing that thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at their content, it is a lot of St. Francis based. So I could see where she would come with that at. But to me, she just was too hostile.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was somebody on that coaching staff that saw him over there and mentioned it to her, like they was from St. Francis. So
he said when he went. Oh, you haven't seen him respond, have you?
No, I didn't see everything. No.
He said that the dude in the pink hoodie. He said that he asked the security guard what a bathroom was, and when the security guard told him what the bathroom was, he ended up going into the Mathers locker room. So it's and that's the part that I wanted to see, because it's no way that video started like that. It's no way. Like
got you. Something else or a couple other issues.
Yeah, so he walked into the locker room. So I guess they was on tilt from then, and
Gotcha.
All
right, man, Drip. I'm gonna let you go, man, because I know you got your show coming up live at 8. You going on at 8:30?
I'm gonna go on like 8:30, 8:35.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, man, like always, man, I appreciate you coming on, and same time, same thing next week. Well, you know what? We're not gonna have a show next week. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm out of town, so we're not gonna have a show next week.
That makes it easy because I'm tied up with work on Monday.
Yeah, so we might have to do something where we might have to record a show when I get back, just to talk about the state championship matchups. We'll see. I'll talk with the boss.
You got what? Tuesday, if you want to do live, you probably have to go like around.
See, I'm still gonna be out of town. I ain't gonna be back till Wednesday night. So, we'll figure it out.
I'll make it work.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Right.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, Drip, man. I appreciate you, man, and check you out in a little bit, brother.
Yes, sir.
TBS time.
Yep. So that was Coach Drip, and Moco correspondent, I'll call him, and covering the playoff matchups, recapping last week and talking about semifinal matchups coming up. And Coach Drip, Midnight Ride. I'm sorry, I got some breaking news.
Take it away.
That I'm going to go ahead and announce on the show, and then I'm gonna post it on the Coach Association Instagram shortly. But we got our 1A, 2A all county selection list. The 3A, 4A is coming. It's not ready yet, but it's coming. So we already said our Coach of the Year, 1A, 2A was Coach Chuck Alston from Central. We talked about that earlier. Our Offensive Player of the Year was our guest. Co-Players of the Year was our guest earlier, Tymond Foxx from Largo, and Cameron Jefferson Jr. from Central.
Okay.
Then our Defensive Player of the Year is my guy from Douglas High School, Dorian Stansel Smith. D-back, great guy, man, great player. I'm gonna try to get him on the show for our next show that we do too as well. It's another good kid, man, and a baller. First team offense. We got the quarterback from Central, D'Angelo Bryant. Running backs, we got Jeremiah Mitchell Hudson from Fairmont Heights and Rasheed Howard from Gwynn Park. Wide receivers, we got Makai Mason from Fairmont Heights, Dante Hagan from Crossland, and Cohen Stratford from Surrattsville. Offensive line, we got Silas Jansen from Gwynn Park, Lloyd McLean, Karan Hamilton, and Jerome Davis from Largo. So they got 3 linemen on the first team. So Tymond has some good guys up front to run behind, right?
Exactly.
And Cecil Griffith from Douglas. That rounds out the offensive line on the first team. Tight end, we got Gerald Awkward from Largo High School. First team defense, we got Desmond Lawrence from Largo High School, DeMarco Trotter from Central, Xavier Holland from Crossland, and Jordan Eubanks from Douglas. That's our D-line, first team D-line, 1A, 2A. Linebacker, we got John, I'm sorry if I mess up this name, John Minnick from Douglas. We got Kasari Gorm from Fairmont Heights. Isaiah Brown from Friendly. I think that was the guy that was in the comments earlier, number 10 from Friendly. Christopher McCoy from Gwynn Park. That rounds out the linebackers. Defensive backs, we got Sean Howard from Douglas. Kalitri Bell from Central. Nigel Trice from Largo. Lafayette Augustus from Fairmont Heights. Then our two athletes are Amir Belton from Largo, sophomore, and Shay Pickney from Douglas. And then we got our kicker, Steven Gonzalez from Crossland, and our punter was Michael Pacheco from Fairmont Heights. So that's your first team all-county list for 1A, 2A. And then we got our second team. This is a long list here. So I ain't gonna read all of that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna read all that right now, but we'll oh no, matter of fact, the list is the same. All right, well, that's gonna be on the Prince George's County Coaches Association IG shortly. We'll make that post now, and congratulations to all those young men. Congratulations to the coaching staffs in their schools, man. And like I said, the 1A, 2A coaches did a great job of, being diverse and making sure, I think all the schools were represented on this list. So good job to them. 3A, 4A will be coming out soon. Like I said, I already know who's on there, but I'm not going to announce that yet until we're ready for the official drop. So, all right, Midnight Man, at the end of the show, I know I missed a lot of comments.
Don't worry about it, man. I mean,
I missed a lot of comments during the conversation, but what you got going on? What you got coming up this week?
This week is a short week for me. Tomorrow night we just got.
I'm talking about, man, you the hardest working man in podcast land. Ain't no such thing as a short week.
Nah, because
if you taking off and everything shut down.
So Wednesday night we don't have anything, nothing but net, and even though I'm trying to sneak in a nothing but net, if I can get KG to do it, we'll have nothing but net on Wednesday night at 7:30. Okay. Yeah, 7:30. But tomorrow night we have Unapologetic Sports at 6:30 p.m. with Lee Ice and Brian Sweeney or Flying Brian at 7:45. You got the fellas doing the Tuesday night flight. I'm not sure who's going to be all there, but we're going to try to make it do what it do as always. And then Wednesday, there's no shows. Thursday, hey man, if people want to hop in, man, I got time. I always got time. We could do a Thursday morning special on the NFL games, but it's up to everybody else, man. I'm down for whatever. Because I ain't got to cook.
Hardest working man in podcast land, man.
Hey, I ain't got to cook. So if anybody want to do it, we can make it happen. We're all Friday. We'll probably be all Saturday, and then we probably won't come back to the Sunday Rise officially. So you got tomorrow night Unapologetic Sports, Tuesday night flight. Then you got a little break until Sunday morning, and then we start our week off the only way we know how. The way Coach Marcus say, can't start your week off right without the Sunday Rise.
There you go. Right about that, man. And it's we started basketball practice last week.
I was about to say.
I was telling my wife, I'm still in football mode. Like even though our season ended, like I'm still in that football mode, man. So I ain't been really able to switch over to basketball mode yet. But we got our first varsity wise. We got our first scrimmage on Wednesday. over at Arundel High School. We do it's like a play date thing we do with them every year where you play. You get 3 games in, 3 little short mini games in. So we'll be over there, I think, starting at 10 o'clock. That's always some good work. And then, Thanksgiving on Thursday, I'm like you, I don't cook anything. That's a day of eating for me. So that's all I plan on doing. And then I'm on a plane Friday afternoon, man, headed down to Florida with the wife and my little girl, Montana. Going down there, and this is our anniversary is on the 1st of December. So getting out of town for a little bit and relax, man, and relax. I'll be back late Wednesday night, and I got to figure out, man, if I'm gonna take my PlayStation with me, man, because I can't afford no Sims right now,
Yeah, man, you gonna have to take it with you, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it with me, man. I'm I'm 6-2 right now. Just knocked off LSU and LSU today. So I gotta stay where I'm at, man. I'm ranked 18 right now, so I'm trying to get into that playoff. And I gotta end the last game of the season matchup coming up with Coach Marcus. So
oh shoot, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I definitely gotta watch that one.
Yeah, he got me last season. But I tell you one thing, he give me this season, he damn sure fired and he ain't coming back no more.
I gotta watch him some more because I like his offense. I mean, he run a nice little set. Like I try to pay attention to what the guys do, man. I watched Day Ohio State. He like a baby Greg Williams. Like he just blitzes everybody.
Right.
Right. And just plays man behind it. But like I said, the fun part for me with the gridiron is just watching y'all do it now. Only thing I don't like is Twitch got the better picture, but you can't go back and watch Twitch. You gotta watch it live.
Yeah, man, and I can't figure out how you can save them on there, man. It's
nobody can. You're not alone.
Yeah, so and then the whole streaming on YouTube, man, it's like it won't let me. It keeps telling me, okay, you put the request in, you should be able to do it in 24 hours, but then it's like you don't have enough followers or something. It's saying to let you stream. So I'm like, I haven't streamed enough on it. I don't know. So I'm just like, got tired of fighting with it.
No, do your thing, man. But good luck with you. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you, brother.
And thank you for what you do, man. I mean, this is I was definitely not expecting to be doing a show on Monday nights. But hey, man, good times, man.
Yeah, I had that conversation. Who I had with my brother. We was talking about the show coming up the road last night, man, and I was like, looking at the time now, we've been talking for an hour 38 minutes, and I'm like, man, can you believe that I was only thinking about doing a 30-minute show when I first started? Like, ain't no way in hell I could have just did 30 minutes. So,
but you know what it is? It's I always tell people, 30 minutes sounds long until you get into the fray, and especially you got somebody to bounce ideas off. Now, one man, 30 minutes seems like a little bit of a long time, especially if you get through your stuff early. So but that's the world we live in, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, look, I appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in tonight, man, and thank our guest, thank Tymond for coming on, man, and he brought a big following with him tonight too, so I appreciate that.
All his cousins, yeah, all that.
Yeah, man. Hey, family support, man. That's what it's supposed to be about, man. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you for jumping in here, man, and being my co-pilot on this thing.
Anytime,
thank you to the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network and the boss BJ, man, for everything that you guys do. KG, Jack, Don, Matty Ice,
Nubian
correspondent. Yeah, we got the new guys coming, man. It's just, hey, man, I just love the direction we're going into, man. It's growing. And like I said, I just appreciate all y'all, man, for having me in on the family, man. shout out to my coaching staff, my guys who check in every week and rock with us, man. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Miller, Kirsten Miller, MFV, All Sports Network. That's my guy, man. And he gave me a shout out last week, man. And I appreciated that, man. When I saw that come through on my phone, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't an emotional guy, man, but that got me a little teary-eyed when I read it, man. To hear some, appreciation, man, from somebody, other than your family, man. It felt good, man. So I appreciate my guy, man, and he's locked in forever, man. And we got to get him on soon too, man, because we're about to go into basketball season, and he covers a lot of basketball games too. So we get him on too. But all right, I didn't talk enough. I've been on here forever, so I appreciate everybody, man. Hope y'all all have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Enjoy the time with your family, and eat some good food. Don't go posting all your food on social media though, because some of y'all, I ain't really that good at cooking, so don't go posting everything on social media. But just enjoy the time with family, man. Make sure you enjoy the day for what it really, really is about. And we out of here, man. I appreciate everybody. Have a good night.
All right, man. Take it easy.